Alright, I'm here without any script and I have a lot of these books. And we are about to see what universe wants us to learn today. Let's flip a random page from the book Atomic Habits and let's see what wisdom shows up. Hello everyone, thank you so much for joining me today. If you are new here, I am Sila from Aqua Learners, the place where we dive deep into the personal development, self improvement, and discipline to create a life that's not just successful but meaningful to some extent. In this video, we are trying a new approach for our learnings to keep our learning interesting as well as easy. So for this video, I have choose a book Atomic Habits and I didn't know yet on which title we are making this video. So let's unfold today's title together. This book Atomic Habits by James Clear. Oh, we landed it here. See, uh, page number 234 and 235. From the chapter The Goldilocks Rule, How to Stay Motivated in Life and Work. But I didn't know on which title does it belongs to. Let's see. Uh, how to stay focused when you get bored working on your goals. See how interesting and important the title is. So, without any further delay, let's get started. I'm going to read it aloud for you. Talk about getting amped up to work on their goals, whether it's business or sports or art. You hear people say things like, it all comes down to passion, or you have to really want it. As a result, many of us get depressed when we lose focus or motivation because we think that successful people have some bottomless reserve of passion. But this coach was saying, Coach, I think you know the author James Clear, he is a baseball player. And in this introduction of this book, there's a long story about how he made himself. So here he may be talking to some sports coach. This coach was saying that really successful people feel the same lack of motivation as everyone else. The difference is that they still find a way to show up despite the feelings of boredom. Interesting. This is the main reason that actually differentiates the highly effective people and others. Mastery requires practice, but the more you practice something, the more boring and routine it becomes. Once the beginner gains have been made and we learn what to expect, our interest starts to fade. Sometimes it happens even faster than that. All you have to do is hit the gym a few days in a row or publish a couple of blog posts on time, and letting one day sleep doesn't feel like much. Things are going well. It's easy to rationalize taking a day off because you are in a good place. Once I asked my brother why actually you are the topper in the class, and he replied that I repeated what I study for many times, not two or three times, many times. And later on, when I see the videos from the topper on related topics, then they share the same strategies. Repeating the things over and over again is actually the way to achieve things. The greatest threat to success is not failure but boredom. We get bored with habits because they stop delighting us. The outcome becomes expected, and as our habits become ordinary, we start derailing our progress to seek novelty. Perhaps this is why we get caught up in never-ending cycle, jumping from one workout to the next, one diet to the next, one business idea to the next. As soon as we experience the slightest dip in motivation, we begin seeking a new strategy, even if the old one was still working. As Machiavelli noted, men desire novelty to such an extent that those who are doing well wish for a change as much as those who are doing badly. Learning to enjoy the boredom is, I think, a solution. If we enjoy the boredom, we can achieve what we set for us. Repeating same type of things every day feels like, oh yeah, I know the results, and all those habits become ordinary, and we feel like we are only doing ordinary things. There is nothing more to excited about it. While we switches from one method to another, we actually enjoy it for a while. Then after some time, the same boredom comes back again. And perhaps this is why many of the most habit forming products are those that provide continuous forms of novelty. Video games provide visual novelty, porn provides sexual novelty, junk foods provide culinary novelty. Each of these experiences offer continual elements of surprise. In psychology, this is known as a variable reward. Slot machines are the most common real world example. A gambler hits the jackpot every now and then, but not any predictable interval. Oh, the pace of reward varies. This variance leads to the greatest spike of dopamine, and enhances memory recall and accelerates habit formation. Now everything gets revealed. That's why we are addicted to those things that are not good for us. Those who made these things like video games, porn, junk food, they know this psychology, variable reward psychology. They know it very well, and they are from this paragraph we can conclude that the reward, the change in reward is what we are seeking. Variable rewards won't create a craving. That is, you can't take a reward people are uninterested in, give it to them at a variable interval, and hope it will change their mind. But they are powerful. But they are a powerful way to amplify the cravings we already experience because they reduce boredom. Now the author is clarifying us that how to use this psychology of variable reward for a good change. Sweet spot of desire occurs at a 50-50 split between success and failure. Half of the time you get what you want, half of the time you don't. It's a probability like we may get head or tail while tossing a coin. Need just enough winning to experience satisfaction and just enough wanting to experience desire. This is the one benefit of the following Goldilocks rule. If you are already interested in a habit, working on challenges of just manageable difficulty is a good way to keep things interesting. Want something, we can fulfill our desires, and if we win on that, that satisfy us. That is the relation of want, desires, and satisfaction, maybe. And the Goldilocks rule explains that we human experience engagement and motivation while we are working on a task that are neither too easy nor too difficult. Like that is just right, according to our abilities. Let's say if we give a problem of a nursery class to the 10th grade students, he easily get bored. And if we switches the things, like if we give the same task to the 4th grade students, they just get anxious, frustrated, and they give up easily. The balance between too easy and too difficult, for according to our abilities, like what we can do, is the rules, the Goldilocks rules. Course, not all habits have a variable reward component, and you wouldn't want them to. If Google only delivered a useful search result some of the time, I would switch to a competitor pretty quickly. If Uber only picked off half of my trips, I doubt I would be using that service much longer. And if I flossed my teeth each night and only sometimes ended up with a clean mouth, I think I had skipped it. We don't want the reward, we want something new to try out. Let's see what happens. I think many of the ChatGPT users are shifted to the DeepSeek after it launched. You know, the ChatGPT gave us the best until the DeepSeek was launched, and we try to see what DeepSeek will deliver to us. Variable rewards or not, no habit will stay interesting forever. At some point, everyone faces the same challenges on the journey of self improvement. You have to fall in love with boredom. We all have goals that we would like to achieve and dreams that we would like to fulfill. Last, it's all about the mindset. We can't do anything of boredom. That's why the author suggests us to fall in love with boredom. So we can conclude from these pages that uh, with a twist and changing to change the result is also solutions to enjoy the boredom. This was for today. We just finished it. I hope you got something out of it. And if you want to know what waiting on the next page, be sure to subscribe our channel. And let me know in the comment sections which book should I flip next. If you found this video interesting, do not forget to share this with your near ones who could benefit from it. And as always, stay focused, stay disciplined, take action, and let's grow together. Thank you so much for your valuable time. Thank you so much.